And now you're under my control.
All right, let's see this. It's KillTony episode 500 with JRE. And oh my God, it's a laugh fest for us. And it was their best episode in years, regardless of Joe's bombs. But it's only because it was episode 500, highly promoted, highly planned. Okay. So here we go. Let's start from the beginning. Cheers. Let's drink, let's smoke, let's drink, let's smoke, let's wear ourselves out. This is party time now. Now we can let loose. Antones. I love, well, the Antone singers. They're not at Antone's this week. But remember the name Antone. Cheers. Thanks for coming out to Red Bar. You're going to love this. Oh, I got to say, metal. This is a metal tiki straw. That is so dangerous to use.
I was just going to say, don't you worry that you're going to chip your
Yeah,
little teeth
I've
off?
hit my tooth like 8 times on this metal
Even if
straw.
you're drunk, that's bad to use.
Very bad.
Stop using that. Just drink out of the bottle like a baby.
Thank you. I love these. These are great. Okay. All right. Point taken. And where's my weed puff-up pen of indica? Thank you. My indica. I'm going to cough. So I'm going to just let this play. I'll do some indica. If you see me coughing, don't worry. It's just from the indica. Party time, guys.
Whoa.
There's that audio we love from Red Band. Let's button this up. Pathetic shirt. KillTony. Live from, look at this big theater.
Tonight,
They're
in an
audio.
unprecedented event,
I hate audio.
live podcasting reaches a new milestone. While most live shows stopped in 2020, only one kept going. Their overwhelming need to please the fans and collect ad money kept them going. A show that started in the small room at the Comedy Store in Hollywood would soon be filling up the big room at the Comedy Store in Hollywood. Then
It's going to be bad.
Toronto, Houston, Dallas, New York City, Boston, Vancouver, Nashville, Chicago, Sacramento, San Francisco, Seattle, Portland, Las Vegas, Raleigh, Atlanta, Boise,
They literally
Pasadena,
show every
San
set.
Diego.
I don't know if they're trying to do a joke. This is like how Big J. Ogerson considers something to be a joke, where they just annoy the shit out of you and you go, this is horrible. And then they go, it's obviously a joke. You just did something horrible to me, and who's it a joke for?
Ventura, Phoenix, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, Columbus, Cleveland, Salt Lake City, San Antonio, Detroit, Indianapolis, Kansas City, Milwaukee, Madison, Des Moines, Calgary, Montreal,
Calgary,
Poughkeepsie, Buffalo, Dublin, Ireland, Manchester, England, London, England, Miami. And now it accumulates to
Patriot.
this.
Yeah,
I
Iron
hope he
Patriot spotted.
sues.
Yeah, I hope he flips and gets reactivated to torture you for years to come. Yeah, I've been to all those cities too. You don't see me putting that up before the episodes.
Live from its new home in Austin, Texas.
Anton!
The first ever live podcast to hit 500 episodes and the #1 live podcast in the world.
Not true.
Live from the Paramount Theater in Austin, Texas, this is KillTony 500.
Big show tonight, guys. And I'm so happy you're here to watch this with me, because it's going to be great.
Hey, this is Redman coming to you live from Austin, Texas, at the Paramount Theater for KillTony 500. Here's Tony Hinchcliffe.
Here's Tony. He comes out dressed like a Toy Story. He's got a tiny little cap gun. And as pathetic and as small as Tony is, wait till you see who fits within his frame. You're not going to believe it. And here's Brian Redband dressed up like Indiana Leslie Jones. Look at him, man. He's so, I can't hate him.
I I know.
I cannot hate him. Look how fucking cute he is with his getup for episode 500. He wore the cowboy hat. He's all fat and distorted.
He looks like a real Hollywood cowboy where they would make you wear a crumpled hat to make it more realistic.
Yeah, they'd have this guy like sitting on the deck outside of like a saloon, and he's like a drunken hillbilly, to show that there are these big fat cowboys too that are fools. I love him. And here's Tony. Tony is so bad at like doing anything like goofy or funny. They're going to talk about how they submitted KillTony to Comedy Central, and Comedy Central turned it down. And they're all mocking that. Like, can you believe Comedy Central turned this down? Look at us now. It's like, Comedy Central, if you, God forbid, you sent them any clip from KillTony, they must have been like, are they serious? Like, what the fuck is this crap? Like, Tony, do you understand? You don't come off as TV ready whatsoever. Like, you're terrible. Anyone could host this show better than you. So when Comedy Central execs sat down and you wasted their time with this KillTony tape, and imagine this was years ago, imagine how bad the tape must have been with the audio and the lighting and Tony and Brian. They must have said, is this some kind of fucking joke? Joe Rogan said, we got to take this meeting? This is a fucking joke. No, we're not putting this on TV. Have you seen TV? Does it look like this? Well, not this episode, but the other episodes. Have you seen? And this is what these guys do. They mock like Comedy Central. And yes, you can, but it's like, at least it's professional. This is crap. So don't sit around and say, oh, TV, it's all crap.
We were saying someone should edit a full KillTony episode into like a roast battle type episode that's like 30 minutes long and super edited, and see what it would be like in this shitty set.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what happens here. And he's out there with his little cowboy outfit.
Joe doesn't come out till like 10 minutes.
Yeah, but I just want to see the full intro. I love a full intro. And then we'll bring out Rogan.
Austin, Texas, we're here. Make some fucking noise. Come on. Brian, Red Band. Hey, everybody.
You got your Antone band. I love these guys. Jim Norton on guitar. And those black guys. And I like them. And the band is a big part of the show now. You know what? These guys are nice, man. That's the Antones brothers. And I am a big supporter of Texas and Antones. And I can prove that to you in weeks to come.
Hey! It's all happening. How about a hand for the fucking band, huh? Come on, everybody. It's the KillTony Band. Sponsored by Fix Vodka, the first ever alkaline vodka. Nice.
It's got to be sponsored. They can't just be a band. So let's go to 10 minutes. Ghoulie, the green ghoulie from the toilet bowl, comes out. And yes, he's wearing his going out hat. Wait till you see. Here he comes. Ladies and gentlemen.
For those of you that have been fans for the show for a long time, you know how big of a deal that is. We're super pumped. You guys ready to meet tonight?
I like the lighting, though, tonight. Look, it goes with our set better.
I know. This is their best looking show ever, probably.
The worst part about having such a big screen is when you play Fools content, it takes over, 75% of my screen, making it look horrible, making our set look horrible. So I appreciate that at least you're color coordinated tonight, and it blends. I like that much more. Usually when I play your show, it looks like I got a big chunk of my studio that's all messed up. So here he comes. Wait till you meet the biggest ghoulie you've ever seen.
Tonight's guest, huh? Hey, Joe. Ladies and gentlemen, one of our...
Ghoulies 1 and 2 is on HBO Max, by the way. I used to jack off to Ghoulies 3 all the time. We tried this again. Remember, Jules? I showed you Ghoulies 3. I go, let me show you these parts I used to jack off to.
I think you did.
They were barely any part. I mean, it might have been 20 full seconds of stuff throughout the whole movie.
But in your mind, it was
in my mind, this movie was a porn when I was a kid, Ghoulies 3, where they go to the college. It's a shame there's no nudity in movies anymore, huh? That should be an article that somebody writes.
There probably is in some. No,
there's got to be. Somebody find me that article. Okay, let's go back to this. Here comes the ghoulie.
Favorite guests in the world are a veteran guest here in Austin, Texas. This guy hangs out with us all the time. Loves it. We love him. One of the best comedians in the world. One of all of our best friends. Ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for tonight's guest, Joe Rogan, everybody. Come on. Come on.
They're going nuts. Look at him. Here he comes.
Yeah. Here we are.
They're playing Hey
fun.
Joe. Okay, look, he sits down. Look at the size of this guy. And you know, it is pathetic. You can't be smaller than Tony Hinchcliffe, bro. So all those years of work, look at Tony is wider than Joe. And Tony is taller than Joe. Tony is the smallest guy we know. So
This
what is the
quite
point?
The sight to see.
Well,
to
what
be
is the
honest.
point of all this work? It's like, you know, you tricked a lot of people into thinking you're like a bodybuilder, tough guy. Your muscles fit within my muscles. So how strong can they be? And he's wearing his going out hat, you know, so he doesn't get scabs all over his Voorhees skull. And here he is, and he's drinking, and he's so small and stubby. Wait till you see. We'll point out all his stubbiest moments tonight. Even Brian Redban is looking at Joe like Joe's a fucking idiot now. All right, let's see what happens here.
We're in Austin, Texas. Hey, Joe.
Yes, we know. We get it.
it.
Terrible host.
Joe Rogan. We've done a few of these in the past
Done a few, my
couple
friend.
months. We've been having fun at our usual home of Antone's, but here we are at the Paramount.
This is dope.
I'm excited about it. I'm pumped.
Why did everyone
And
laugh?
so let's just jump right into it. You know how this thing works. Everybody does. A bunch of people signed up before the show. I'm sure a lot of first-timers.
You know, they're going to bring out William Montgomery, who I got to say was great. You know, I think
He's a sweet
William's
guy.
very funny, and I think people treat William very poorly. William, we understand what's been going on. We've been watching. So they're going to bring out William, and this is where the problems first start. They bring up William. He was, you know, we can't show you everything, but William was great. Flawlessly funny. I thought he was great. And I really liked, you know, his whole performance. We're going to go to 1315, right?
Yes.
All right.
But mostly I like his whole attitude.
Yeah, his attitude is great. I really am starting to come around to William H. Montgomery. And there he is right now, everybody. And he looks great. He's wearing some Seinfeld jeans, some Seinfeld shoes, and he's wearing one of these cowboy shirts tucked in. And I got to tell you, I think the look is outstanding. I think it works for him. I think it looks great. And we're going to start here, and we're going to start slow. And everybody knows Joe Rogan, for a comedian, well, for anybody, it's really odd that he's a comedian because jokes fly right over his head. And I don't know if it's because it's so shiny, but there's never been a comedian out there who is so flabbergasted by jokes like Joe Rogan. This has been our favorite stuff to watch, where Joe Rogan doesn't get something, literal Joe, and he starts arguing with a premise, and then the guy across from him on the show is too scared to go, it was just a joke, Joe. Only Bill Burr will stand up to Joe, slightly. Isn't that insane? Nobody will stand up to Joe and go, Joe, it's a joke. Aren't you a comedian? So we're going to witness a lot of that, and it starts with William. Let's see what happens here.
There it is.
So
Walk
William
it
did his
down.
set.
Every week, a new 60
Wait,
seconds.
should we play a set? It's
Sure.
only 60 seconds. Maybe it'll give you context to how nice this guy is. I like this guy. I'd like to be friends with this guy professionally. You know, I guess probably in person, he probably sucks to hang out with. He's probably a freak. And Joe hates freaks. Did you know that? Joe don't get along with freaks. All right, here's William.
We go.
I love this guy, William H. Montgomery, man.
Make
Funny.
some noise, Laredo! Let's give it up for the Round Rock Express! What about the Rice Owls? Okay. I heard the Austin City Limits Festival is having to cut back on its budget. Instead of a Tupac hologram this year, they're going to have a claymation Frank Zappa. New study finds tripping on your airplane stairs reduces coronavirus. New study finds...
Maybe he's not that funny.
That's what I was going to say is more his attitude is funny than his
Yeah, it's
actual
more of his
joke.
attitude. You'll see
You're
some of that
thinking
attitude.
the parts of him talking after
Oh,
his
yes.
set.
Oh, yes, I am. So, okay, let's get to that. 1315. 13, 15. I'm going to let it play. I'm going to let it play till we get there.
Letting immigrants into the country with coronavirus reduces coronavirus. I just joined a rock band, and it's called Rock Band. I only have one controller, and you have to watch me play. I have a buddy who is a heroin addict, and as a prank, I sold him the COVID-19 vaccine.
As a prank.
Look, I'm an anti-Semite too, but I'm not trying to gas chamber Dr. Seuss.
There it is.
Okay, here
Walk
it
it
comes.
down every week, a new 60 seconds from a stone cold assassin.
Okay, so here's Joe. Let's see how Joe interacts with this guy.
William Montgomery.
So nice to be here. I actually took some Adderall earlier.
Joe is like, what?
I've been looking at maps.
Okay. Love it. You dressed like a little bit of a cowboy tonight. You did like me, except you look like a man and I look like Gay Woody from Toy Story.
You've got a friend.
There's a snake in my butt.
Hey,
I
that's
got
what I
this
said
at
about
JC
him.
Penney earlier. I stole it. I was on Adderall.
He always has to say the joke
Yeah.
before anyone else can about him being gay. For some
Tony
reason.
will self-roast himself so that nobody else gets a chance to mock or laugh at him. It's very insecure to do that. Self-deprecation is insecurity times 10. You'll never see me self-deprecating myself. I'm a god. You're going to see Joe completely mistreat William H. Montgomery to the point where I need to write William H. Montgomery an email and explain to him, listen, I saw exactly what happened. Oh, actually, you can send him this clip. Watch this.
His commitment's remarkable.
Yeah, you've seen William a couple times, right, Joe? What do you think about this?
Very funny dude, man.
wild
Very
stuff.
funny. You're
Okay.
funny in a really unique way, too. It's cool to watch.
Okay.
Thank you. I look forward for you inviting me on your podcast.
Okay.
I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Let's try it again when you don't stumble. Get a part of that.
Ooh, okay. Joe, that wasn't really that much of a stumble. I thought it was pretty funny. Did you hear what William said? He goes, oh, thank you. I look forward to when I'm invited on your podcast. Very funny to say to Joe Rogan, right? I mean, come on. What are you going to say? And then Joe starts scolding him because he stumbled. Because Joe kind of took offense to it. He doesn't like being talked to by underlings like this.
No.
You can see this has been a big thing with Joe. He doesn't like it when, and you're going to see it later with Jesse Jetski Peluso back there. He doesn't like when no-names, like, talk to him as if they're pals. He hates that shit. So watch this again.
Me on your podcast.
Wait, I want you to hear William because I thought that was pretty funny. And William, you should see his face. He's got a great face on him tonight. William's face really sells all this stuff that he's saying if you saw him as close as I am.
He's right, Joe. What do you think about this?
Very funny dude.
Watch
man.
this.
Wild
Very
stuff.
funny. You're funny in a really unique way, too. It's cool to watch.
Thank you. I look forward for you inviting me on your podcast. I think it'll be a lot of fun.
Let's try it again when you don't stumble. Get a part of that. It'll have more effectiveness.
I'm sorry.
Ooh, it's like, you can't just laugh at that. That's funny. You should recognize that that's funny. You should be like, you on my podcast. But instead, well, why don't you try that again when you didn't stumble? This is a beginner comedian. Like, shouldn't you be, like, nicer? Haven't you noticed Joe act like this before? Like a little bitch. And this is just the beginning. He gets, so now you see this tone where he's like, you know, that's like me.
It's mostly like Joe in particular doing this tone is so off-putting.
Yeah.
Like there's almost other guys who could be like, why did you stumble?
Yeah,
But
exactly.
him acting like this is
Yeah.
bothersome.
And what's
for
so
some
weird is,
reason.
you know, for a few years now, maybe not so much, but for a few years, you know, Joe was Mr. Kumbaya. Everybody's welcome and peace and love, and the most thoughtful, understanding man in comedy. And when you see him out in these shows, it's like, whoa, you got like a lot of work to do on
Or
yourself,
another
bro.
option is that he thinks KillTony is like a roast show for savages, and this is him trying to be like a
Roasty, but he's
roast
bad?
version, and he's not good at it at all.
Okay, well, let's continue and see.
When you don't stumble. Get a part of that. It'll have more effectiveness.
I'm sorry, I'm on Adderall right now.
Did you think about when you were
very funny response? Sorry, I'm on Adderall. That's similar to a joke I made the other day where I made all these typos in the chat, and I said, "Sorry, I'm driving at high speeds." You know, very funny. And Joe don't understand that type of humor. Or do we keep playing from here, or should I give him another one here?
You can go to 2150.
Really? Okay, why are we skipping here? 1610, what's going on here?
Oh, 1810. That was just...
okay. That's just one of his jokes. Good. 2150. Let's see what happens here. And what's the description for this one?
This is just Tony being mad about people selling T-shirts of him at the show.
People were selling T-shirts of Tony at the show?
That's what he said.
Oh, okay. Let's hear this. I don't remember this.
This comedian goes by the name of Lucas McCrary. Here we go. Your first bucket pull of the night. Anything can happen. We've had legitimate homeless people. We've had everything on this show. We've pulled everything out of the bucket. There's a rumor going around that there's a guy handing out 100 T-shirts with Casey Anthony on them that just say Tony Hinchcliffe underneath her.
What?
I love that. So shout out to whoever's bombing from the sidewalk. Is that true? Oh, here it's Lucas McCrary.
Wait. So somebody is out front of the theater mocking Tony by selling T-shirts with a woman on that? And it says Tony Hinchcliffe, and he's going, "Congratulations on bombing."
Like, couldn't you just laugh that one off, Casey
These
Anthony?
guys, man, wow, you don't find that funny?
Go on here.
Okay, what do we got next?
Okay,
here?
next go to 10150.
Wow, 10150. Joe's had a couple drinks,
and
but
Joe's
nothing.
been being kind of obnoxious this whole time, but there was just too much to put in, so I had to cut it to the best
So
parts.
we're gonna go to 10150, and yeah, Joe it's been leading up to something bad, and this is where it really begins. Let's see what he does now. Okay, it's David Lucas on stage. I love David Lucas. All right, let's see what happens here. Well, and I should pull up a copy of this. What code? 10150. Ooh, okay. This is going to be Joe praising Tony Hinchcliffe. And this is what I was talking about at the beginning. Joe is under this impression that KillTony's like the best show, which is weird because every time he's been on it, it's been really terrible and clumsy and awkward. So I don't know why he thinks this, but let's hear this.
Real peeping slob. I love it. I love what's going on. I love it. What else, David? Anything else before we let you go?
That's about it. Just been doing shows. Did the Death Squad show. It was lit.
Mm-hmm.
Joe was up there. You was up there. Redman was up there. Killed it. That's about it, bro. Going to what waterhole am I going to tomorrow? I'm going to Sculpture Falls tomorrow.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
What's that?
How did you know where he's going?
That's my boy up there.
You're going to a watering hole?
Yeah.
Man, you're more like an elephant than I thought.
Very funny. Very funny. So Joe's dying laughing. Look what Joe says now.
Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for that one. I mean,
Tony,
what a setup.
Out of all the years I've seen you, this might be your crowning moment.
I mean,
Wow,
what a
that's it. That's your funniest moment ever. Every time Tony makes a joke, he's like, "I did it. I really did it. Oh, thank you, God." I mean, you're really
Like, all night,
celebrating.
every single thing Tony says, he's like, "You're killing."
Every time Tony actually pulls off a joke, he's got to make a huge deal about it for hours as if it's the first time it's ever happened. Even Joe said, "This is your best moment I've ever seen." And it was just, that's the standard joke he should be making throughout. But they're celebrating that. Okay.
This night might be Tony Hinchcliffe's crowning moment.
Bruh.
No
Really?
bullshit.
Wow.
I think this is a set where if I saw this in a movie, I'd be like, "Shut the fuck up." that shit didn't just come out of nowhere.
Have you ever even seen Redbar, Joe? You'd really hate KillTony.
That joke was so good, it was like a movie.
Joe said that was so good. This is like something out of a movie.
That's crazy.
You know, which is, I say all the time, this is like something out, and it actually is crazier than a movie. He's talking about Tony's simple joke. This should be one of 1,000 jokes like that out of Tony's mouth tonight.
Sorry, I just thought this part was really funny.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think, I don't know.
Let's see.
They scripted that. They're like 50 writers.
What are you going to do with
Wow, Joe thinks it would take 50 writers to write that joke. That's how stupid these people are and bad. Dude, man, that had to be like 50 writers. Here, let's see a close-up of the dumbest man ever. And look how small he is.
Didn't just come out of nowhere. They scripted that. There's like 50 writers.
What are you going to do with the watering hole, though? Seriously. What's
swim.
You're going to swim?
I can swim.
Oh, my God. Are you going to...
I thought you were talking about a bar.
No, it's a real
When you said the watering hole, I'm like...
Jet Ski Johnson.
That's not the first time you're going to be
Another
very
part
confused.
is about to happen, so
Okay.
you can keep playing. Oh, no.
No, it's okay. It's just from this goddamn weed. Everybody stop at the goddamn cough.
Just sounds so sad.
It's just a cough at the end of a 9-hour yell fest. All right, let's hear what he says.
Are we in cowboy days?
You and your white girl are going to look like Timon and Pumbaa out there.
Okay, this is too good. This is too good. I can't blame Joe, but they're going to, Jesse Jetski Peluso throws out a reference. They just did an elephant watering hole joke, remember? It was so good, it had to be written by 50 different writers. So then Jesse Jetski Peluso, who Joe doesn't really know at all, she's over there. She's just that girl on the trumpet, you know, that androgynous, chubby, smiley girl. And she throws out a Lion King reference. Here, listen to this.
Are we in cowboy days?
You and your white girl are going to look like Timon and Pumbaa out there.
Watch this.
You and your white girl are going to look like Timon and Pumbaa.
What is Timon and Pumbaa?
Lion King, never heard of it, Joe Rogan.
Okay, so he's walking around. Who is Timon and Pumbaa? Who's Timon? And she yells, Lion King, Joe, ever heard of it? And they all laugh. And
This sends him into a panic.
this sends Joe into a rage. He does not like being laughed at by everyone on stage for not knowing something. Look at this shot. I mean, it really is perfect. Here is the girl who called him out. Lion King, ever heard of it? Oh, you can't see her. But I want to show you what everyone looks like here. Here's the drummer. You ain't never heard of Lion King! Ah! Here's David Lucas. Damn, you stupid Joe. Damn, you never heard of Lion King. God damn, you white people are crazy. All right, here is the keyboard player. Never heard of Lion King. Now, I heard a lot of shit in my day. Never heard of Lion. Now, ain't that something? Damn. And here is the guitar player. Oh, fuck, man. Well, I can't really read his mind. Uh-oh. Wait. Who are you? Why can't I read you? This is like how, what's her name fell in True Blood when she couldn't hear the vampire's thoughts for the first time. What are you? I can't read you. Okay. This guy, something's with him. All right, and look at this shot over here. Joe turning to Tony. What the hell? Wait, what's Lion King? What's well, Lion King is this movie. And then Red Band is like, I knew this was going to happen eventually. So that's what's happening here. Let's see how Joe gets out of this one. It's not going to be classy.
You and your white girl are going to look like Timon and Pumbaa.
What is Timon and Pumbaa?
Lion King, never heard of it, Joe Rogan.
I didn't know the reference.
It's from the Lion King.
It's
There
a
you go.
Oh, you think I watched that bullshit?
Lion.
Watch this. Full
Watch
set,
it, believe
full
me,
set.
you'll love it. It's
The
a
Lion King?
Oh, yeah.
Probably won't.
So now he starts getting all pissy. I'm going to do a zoom in for you. I think they're going to cut angles. Instead of just laughing and taking it on the chin, taking the L, I want you to see his face right before his full set. This wouldn't happen in the dojo, would it, Joe? You don't let the people talk to you like this, huh? $1 million man? $100 million man. Watch this.
Watch it, believe me, you'll love it. It's
The
a
Lion King?
Oh, yeah.
Probably won't.
You've never seen the
Lion
Lion
King? Are you
King?
joking?
What lions
Yeah.
that talk?
Oh, no.
What am I, a baby?
It's no. Holtzman's
No, that's
favorite
not-
movie.
Joking. This guy's heckling me from the back. One of the.
Ooh. I'm joking. This is
you
not
are.
what podcast leadership looks like in 2021. I don't want my leaders being so frazzled and thrown around like Joe Matarese on stage here. The whole band's laughing at you. You got little kids laughing at you. And look at the rage is starting to build up in my papa, you know.
And he took a sip during that.
And yes, of course. So the rage is coming. Ooh. Oh, and this is nothing, right? We're just warming up. All right, here he is. Let's see how he gets out of this one. And again, you cut to these people dying at his stupidity, which I mean, really, I haven't laughed this hard ever. And, again, look at David Lucas. Damn, you dumb. He can't even believe it. Mama said there'll be days like this. There'll be days like this, my mama said. With black people in their mamas. So let's see.
Guitarist doesn't get what's going on.
Yes, he does.
I'm joking.
David.
I have to watch the fucking Lion King. I have kids.
It into that he was joking.
I'm joking.
Suddenly.
I'm joking. And then look at him. Does this look like a man telling jokes? Fuck, dude. Okay, let's see.
And then he even attacks the guy and says, the guy in the band doesn't get what I'm doing. It's a joke, bro.
Yeah, and it's like the guy in the band's just sitting there laughing quietly to himself.
This guy's heckling me from the back. One of the guitarists doesn't get what's going on.
The guitarist doesn't get wait a minute here. See, and that's why you got to really rewind. He goes, this guy in the back is heckling me like the guitarist doesn't even know what's going on. What? You didn't know about the Lion King and everyone laughed at you. And then you're like, the guitarist doesn't even know what's going on. What? He's a professional blues musician. He was hired to play the strings. What kind of way is that to treat this professional adult musician? Wow.
This guy's heckling me from the back. One of the guitarists doesn't get what's going on. I'm joking.
David.
I have to watch the fucking Lion King. I have kids.
Right.
But I'm like, where's his dick?
Uh-oh, it gets bad. So this is called additionals. These are add-ons. And what happens, it's funny. Joe Rogan doesn't really swim for his life anymore. But he kind of tries to get a little bit of air once in a while. And so he's going to do an addition. Now he's going to claim, I'm lying. Of course I've heard of the Lion King. You idiots. And now he's going to go into a bit about why doesn't the cartoon lion have a dick? Ha, ha, ha. I don't know, Joe. Maybe because of the content. I'm not going to even finish that. What kind of joke is this? Why doesn't the lion and the Lion King have a dick? Wait till you hear this.
Let it go with
Wait till you hear this professional joke that maybe 70 writers put their heads together to form.
Guitarist doesn't get what's going on. I'm joking.
David.
I have to watch the fucking Lion King. I have kids.
Right.
You're going to die.
But I'm like, where's his dick? What are we doing?
Yeah,
We're pretending they talk and they don't have dicks? What is this?
Right.
What are you teaching my kids?
What kind of fucking beginner comedy is this observation? I'm watching a cartoon the other day. They didn't have giant rods sticking out big penises. What the fuck? How am I supposed to believe these cartoons? Now that'd actually be funny performing it like that. But Joe Rogan's bit is, why doesn't the lion in the Lion King have a dick? Fake. There could be a funny way to do that. This is not a funny way to do it. This is beginner comedy that I can imagine Joe trying out in Boston when he was like 21.
Like, where's his dick? What are we doing?
Yeah, maybe
We're pretending they talk and they don't have dicks? What is this?
Right.
What are you teaching my kids?
It's not about bitches.
Everybody dies. There's no blood.
And they're all kind of laughing at him. They're like, this is fucking weird. Why is he acting like this? Is it because of the money? Is it because of the money that he's acting like this? Because I've heard all these comments. That's what they're all doing. David Lucas is still thinking about that Mama song. The whole band. Look at this shot. I want this framed on my wall. Wait till you see this little shot. I call this painting, Well, Goddamn, by the Anton Singers. Look at that. Well, goddamn. Everyone feels a little bit better about themselves finding out that you're fully retarded. It's amazing. Let's hear some more. And by the way, again, everybody else's face, here's Joe. Even the ghoulie coming out of that toilet that I showed you earlier was smiling more than this. He had a plan, that ghoulie. He had confidence.
It gets worse, don't worry.
Oh, it gets way worse.
But even in this
Wait, were people worrying?
No.
Oh, good. All right, let's hear some more.
It's a dick. What are we doing?
That's the number one thing you
Where are they getting their food?
Wait. Where are they getting their food?
Just in case you thought lions not having dicks is funny, he
what Joe
makes
does
it
now,
so much worse.
Joe likes to intertwine his health knowledge now with jokes. Where are they getting their food? I'm a hunter. Listen to this.
That's the number one thing you
Where are they getting their food?
Everyone's like, oh, is
The fuck are you showing my children?
The whole crowd is getting quieter and quieter. You'll hear a laugh comparison coming up in a little bit where Tony makes a joke. It's a big laugh. Joe makes a joke, and it's silent. So I don't want you to think the whole thing's silent. Now you got the whole band looking like this. Because they're going, oh, he's like embarrassing himself now. Do we say anything? Because he's the leader of Austin. You know, what do we do?
The fuck are you showing my children?
So would you want them to have dicks?
Yes, big fat dicks. They're lions. They're killing water buffalo.
And we've all seen the show. He never acts like this. And if he did, it'd be big trouble around here. So the fact that
this is kind of how he acts as his comedy persona. So it's just funny to see how it does not work at all with any of the people that he hangs out with.
What's funny to see is the length from the knee to the ankle, and that is so stubby. Like when I'm looking at that, I'm going, that is the leg of like a retarded mamba, right? Like that's the leg of a little person, big world type of guy. Brad Williams.
You should fight Dwarf Mamba in your Impulsive House fight.
Me? Oh, yeah, that would be a fair
fight.
Then
you can guaranteed beat him.
I'd guaranteed lose.
Oh, yeah, he can just do the neck grab.
Talk about a bee. That guy's like if 50 bees came at you. Look at Joe Rogan's body language. You can see he's very tight. He's very upset. So while he's screaming and acting all wild and goofy, you can see he's very tight. His leg is going up and down. Let's hear some more.
Blows with their face.
So did they just watch porn?
All right.
Don't lions only fuck for like 90 seconds?
It's not that long, but they do it a lot. Yeah. They can fuck 52 times in a day. Yeah. When the female tiger is in season, the male tiger will fuck her 52 times a day. Lions is like slightly less.
Okay, so it's just not realistic enough for you.
Oh.
In general, the lion.
There's the girl, so the girl keeps picking at him. Oh, so I guess it's just not realistic for you, right?
The Lion King.
Yeah.
Thank you. You understand where I'm coming from, right?
It's fake. It's a cartoon.
No, I watched it, but I have to talk to my kids afterwards. I go, listen, liberals want to pretend that the world is not exactly what it is.
Wait. What is happening? Now, I've been reading a lot of comments from people going, what happened when Joe moved to Texas? Like, last year he was saying he was going to vote for Bernie Sanders, and now he's like just the extreme opposite, but he never gave us any warning and never kind of showed us how he got there. It's fine if he's changed his mind, but shouldn't he take some responsibility for the man he was last year? That millions of people heard. And he makes this Lion King joke, and then all of a sudden, just like Josh Denny would do, like such an amateur thing, like, oh, your whole world's about how stupid the liberals are, so you got to make everything about the liberals. And you're going, wait, Joe, you're that type of guy now? Where, like, you're trying to, like, relate it to the liberals every time? This is the Lion King. This had nothing to do with politics. That's what's on his mind now. So there's a lot of guys like that everything is.
Like when he's desperately trying to create a joke to get himself out of this, he landed on liberals or pussies so they don't
But, like why would you throw that in? Like, that's all you can think about now?
That's the first thing your mind goes to.
Very interesting. And that's something I could see Josh Denny doing, Sam Tripoli. But I didn't know Rogan did that yet.
Understand where I'm coming from, right?
Fake. It's
Watch
a
this.
cartoon.
No, I watched it, but I have to talk to my kids afterwards. I go, listen, liberals want to pretend that the world is not exactly what it is. They're soft people. They live in soft little houses. They nerf every fucking corner. They're not gonna make it.
What the fuck? And now he just is complete change of topic. They nerf every fucking corner. They're soft people. They're not gonna make it.
What?
How does it? Maybe it does have something to do with the Lion King. Maybe
No, it barely does. The Lion King reminded him of something that's tough and manly, And then he thought of something that he thinks is not tough and manly,
Really?
which is being a liberal, and started talking about that, even though we
no
can't see
reason.
the correlation at all.
No, okay, let's hear this.
To pretend that the world is not exactly what it is. They're soft people. They live in soft little houses. They nerf every fucking corner. They're not going to make it. When shit gets weird, they're not going to make it, my kids.
And everybody in Austin is a liberal. I mean, this thing's like Portland, Oregon over there. He seems to think that he's, I don't know where he thinks, the OK Corral. Literally, the whole audience is like, yikes, man. You know, is this guy like part of the alt-right, part of the alt-knights? You know, the Proud Boys security side of things. Remember that? The alt-knights. Folk. What do they call themselves? Yeah. You know, people are getting a little scared here.
Crying. I'm like, I know you're for, but one day this is going to make sense.
David Lucas, you did it again. Another brand new killer minute.
And Joe, everything that after Joe makes any type of attempt at a joke, this is what Joe does. And it's so unfair because Joe will say something and immediately go and look at the guitar player. And then the guitar player has to pretend he's been laughing the whole time. So Joe will make a joke and then he looks at it and the guitar like, ha ha, yeah, oh, no. Do not focus. I don't want any trouble. Yes, I've been very funny. So Joe's going to put this poor guitar player through that all night. It's like crazy. Every time he makes a joke, he darts and sees if that guitar player is on his side. And the guitar player, you know, he appeases him. Okay, what's our next code here?
Okay, this one is a really good one.
This is where it really, okay.
Potentially my favorite, but they're all pretty good. 1:16:30.
1:16:30. Okay. Any hints here or just play it?
I think you should just maybe play this one.
Okay, let's see. Oh, you got this guy on stage here. I'll describe what he looks like. A older guy. Think Simon Rex. That guy. And, okay, that's it. There you go.
Finally, he steps outside, has him open the door, lights a cigarette, looks at me, comes in and goes, okay, Papa, from here up, you're good. From here down, I can't help you.
Okay, he ended his
Justin
set.
Sanford setting it up and then knocking it down at the end. Welcome. You look like you just got off.
Oh, my God. You got to see what Joe's doing in this corner here. You know, now that I'm on the big screen here, Joe, look at this. I'll rewind the tape here. Jeez. Look at, that was 15 seconds. Hold on, look at this. Look at Joe, what he's doing while this guy's performing.
Sanford setting it up and then knocking it down at the end. Welcome. You look like you just got off.
Ooh, what's that about, huh? You're that drunk already? You see that move he did with the glass? He's going.
Jeez, man.
Okay. So this is funny here, huh? Coming up?
Yes, this
Let's
is
see what
amazing.
Happens. This is amazing. Let's see what happens.
A bus from Miami.
Dirt Nancy.
Thank you.
All right.
Port Arthur.
You always dress like that? You always dress like your own stepson or something?
Yes, sir.
Okay, listen to that. So Tony with another great joke. He goes, do you always dress like that? Do you always dress like your own stepson? Everybody laughs. I'll play that again so you can see this contrast here coming up. Because Joe, he's got a better joke lined up. Joe ain't even listening to Tony's great joke, not even laughing at it, because he's thinking of a better one, right? Watch.
Miami?
Thank you.
All right.
Port Arthur.
You always dress like that? You always dress like your own stepson or something?
Yes, sir.
He looks like he's like inmate 1 in the unexpected COVID-19 release, where they sent a bunch of people back out in the streets.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard it that quiet? You literally heard, shh. We have to play. That is fucking insane. He looks like, and again, nothing had to do with COVID. Nothing had to do with any of that shit. I mean, really, it's starting to get alarming. Even the open micers are like, damn, you okay, bro? Dude, what the hell, man? Yeah, this is a big moment for me. You're making this awkward.
Look at the chat.
Oh my God. Okay, finally. Yeah, they heard that. Wow, blowing up.
I want to hear that like 10
yeah,
more
you got to see this.
Your own stepson or something?
Big laugh.
Yes, sir.
He looks like he's like inmate 1 in the unexpected COVID-19 release, where Well, they sent a bunch of people back out in the streets.
Yeah, he's got neck tattoos. I can see him from here.
Oh, thanks, Jesse. Thanks for saving Joe there, fucking bitch. You know how silent this would have been without you saving him? Look at the band now. Oh, shit, man. I'm going to lose my job, aren't I? You know?
That's almost like one of the most iconic bombs I've ever seen.
It really is. And I think they're... it gets worse. Let's see how he does this again.
Like,
I want
to
hear.
go off of Tony getting a huge laugh on both of his jokes to that complete silence is just...
It's crazy, and you could really hear the That's why it was like, great, Tony got a laugh, and then you could really hear that Joe gets absolutely nothing into a guy like Joe. And to have all these people looking at him like this, he knows this must fucking sting, and he's starting to get worked up in his head.
You just got off a bus from Miami?
Thank you.
Let's watch that all over again. I love that moment. Cheers, everybody.
You always dress
we'll
like
drink
that?
to that.
You always
That's
dress
great.
like your own stepson or something?
Oh, I'm acting like Joe.
Yes, sir.
He looks like he's like inmate 1 in the unexpected COVID-19 release. Well, they sent a bunch of people back out in the streets.
Yeah, he's got neck tattoos. I can see him from here.
I want to get a tattoo of that quote.
Yes, and it's like none of you could say anything.
We should get our neon sign of that quote.
Like none of you have the guts to say, Joe, you okay? That's totally acceptable, even to say to him, Joe, you had a little too much to drink, huh? No one. They all just go, and what if Jesse wasn't there? How long would it take to regain consciousness, everybody?
Would anyone, even the Legion of Skanks, wouldn't have the guts to say that to him?
I know.
Like, who would? I'm trying to imagine. Nobody ever says anything to him.
So we should get that. I got to memorize this quote. I got to hear this because I want to memorize it. You know, if I haven't memorized it, we haven't heard it enough.
Stepson or something?
Yes, sir.
He looks like he's like inmate 1 in the unexpected COVID-19 release.
He looks like he's inmate 1 from the
looks like he's like inmate
1 from the unexpected COVID-19 release. Wow, man. And I watched that Rick and Morty show. What was that called? Solar Opposites. I never heard anything that crazy, and if I did, it'd be in Solar Opposites. Trust me. It'd be on Rick and Morty. So it don't line up.
He's getting better.
Wait, what did he say again?
He looks like he's inmate 1.
Inmate 1.
From the unexpected COVID-19
release. I mean, there's got to be can't somebody interview him? I want to see him like on the news. And Joe, what did you mean by inmate 1 from the unexpected COVID-19 release? Like, what are you going to say to that? I need an explanation. Elon Musk, you cannot sell another car until he talks and tells us what this was about.
I'm crying.
Oh, shit, man. The band is like, fuck, bro. The unexpected COVID-19 release? I don't know what that is.
Like own stepson or something?
Yes, sir.
I love this. Release.
He looks like he's like inmate 1 in the unexpected COVID.
I guess what he's trying to say is like you're like not inmate 1, like the first person to take the vaccine, like patient 0.
But why does he think
I don't
about
understand.
this guy? Because he looks old?
I don't know. The guy looks fine, by the way. Inmate 1. COVID-19 release. But furthermore, this is the kind of stuff that's on his brain 24/7. He's like one of these junkies now. He's no different than how Sarah Silverman went full liberal. He's no different than that, but for the other side now. If this is all that's on his mind, he's been, compromised.
There's a part 2 we have to memorize, too.
Okay.
COVID-19 release.
Okay.
Well, they sent a bunch of people back out in the streets.
They send a bunch of people back out. Now, I didn't know there were people taken off the streets. Does he mean like you're the first guy who they're letting out of lockdown? But there is no lockdown. I just don't understand. You're the first person. And look at the guy's face while he's saying this. Wait till you see this. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but right on, Joe. It's really cool talking to Joe fucking Rogan, man. But you're wild, man. You're wild. Look at this guy. fucking flabbergasted over there. And everyone else, look at the drummer, he's even going, you okay, bro? You okay? You know, they're all kind of worrying now.
Yeah, he's got neck tattoos. I can see him from here.
Do you like that?
That looks like inmate shit.
What do your neck tattoos say? What do you got on you?
Pair of clippers.
Oh, you're a barber.
Slash barber slash tattoo removal.
Okay.
Slash
You just remove tattoos. You don't make
Slash
them.
what else?
Hey, whatever, bro.
Can we keep going with that?
Nah, I don't want to.
Wow.
People are hustling. How's business going right now in the barber tattoo removal world?
Pretty good.
Yeah, good.
And imagine if you were trying to be a comedian, you had to do this in front of Joe Rogan, and he's also acting crazy. You know, it's like hard enough to perform comedy with Joe Rogan fucking watching your back.
Even if he was normal.
And then you have to do an interview with this maniacal version of him that you've never even seen. You don't know how to navigate any of this. So I really feel for these comedians. They're really being put through hell. All right, what time code do we have next?
You can go to 1:18:10.
1:18:10. Let's see what happens here. Remember, Joe is on a tear tonight. We're only halfway through this tape. When we saw this, we go, wow, 1:18:10, man, and he's already this fucked? This rules.
How old are you?
38.
Whoa, 38. Let's talk about your recent meth addiction. Let's do it, bro. Let's be honest, man. You've done some partying. Either that or you have been stressed for 36 years.
Are you the president?
My kids say I'm permanently angry, but I just have no serotonin, I don't think.
Really? Is that
okay? This is great. They go, man, you look really old for your age. And he goes, nah, that's just because I ain't got no serotonin. Meaning he's done a lot of drugs, right? Everybody gets that, right? If some guy who looks all cracked out and old says, yeah, it's because I ain't got a lot of serotonin left, he means I did a lot of drugs in my day, okay? I went hard, man. I did MDMA. I did a lot of acid. I fucking burned it at both ends, and he's just saying he's, like, spent, man. He's burnt out. So watch Literal Joe in action.
My kids say I'm permanently angry, but I just have no serotonin, I don't think.
Really? Is that what it is?
Oh, wait. This is even more important. He goes, my kids say I look permanently angry, but I think it's just because it's just because I got serotonin, I think. He added, I think. So that's important for the story. Watch.
My kids say I'm permanently angry, but I just have no serotonin, I don't think.
Really?
I just have no serotonin, I don't think. Sorry, it's hard to repeat how he talks because it's actually very poor language. So he's just making a joke. Right, about not having serotonin. It's not like he's saying I have this condition that the doctors said I have no serotonin, right? Watch what Joe says.
Either that or you have been stressed for 36 years.
Are you the president?
My kids say I'm permanently angry, but I just have no serotonin, I don't think.
Really? Is that what it is? You were never like really a party animal?
I partied a little bit.
You don't have. Wait a minute. You don't have any serotonin?
Yeah, naturally.
How do you know this?
Talking to Mike.
Wow. Wait a minute. You don't have any serotonin? How do you know this? So because you talked to Dr. Rhonda Patrick a few times, he's going to bring that at this moment. So he didn't understand that it was just a joke or kind of just a way to describe how he did a lot of drugs and how he spent. And here is Literal Rogan.
You were never like really a party animal?
I partied a little bit.
You don't have. Wait a minute. You don't have any serotonin?
Yeah, naturally.
How do you know this?
Talking to Mike.
How do I know it?
Yes.
I smoke too much, so it doesn't make it naturally. I have to get it from that.
No. Have you gone to a doctor?
No, I don't have
Oh
no
my
insurance,
God!
So where's this
Go to
serotonin diagnosis coming from?
It's not. He's making a joke. Have you ever seen anything like this? Holy fuck. It's not a diagnosis. He just made a chummy little fucking thing to explain to you that he's done a lot of drugs. All right, let's see some more. He keeps grilling him.
Jesus?
Yeah, I'm just listening to shit,
Podcasts?
Don't
do
a lot of
it.
you.
Bro, podcasts are bullshit. Don't do that.
How many kids do you have?
4.
4 kids.
So there we go. We got out of that one. And again, very respectful guy. He's so respectful that he won't even say, it was just a joke, because he doesn't even want to embarrass Joe. That's how respectful people are to Joe. They don't even want him to be embarrassed. All right, what's our next code here?
You can go to 12140.
12140. All right. And do we need to know anything about this?
I think you'll understand it.
Okay. Here's Joe. He's getting angrier.
Do you have any special skills or talents? You ever perform on stages and do anything?
Never performed on stage before.
Wow. How about anything else? You good at anything? You seem like a bowling or anything like that?
I mean, I can roll one-handed.
You can roll a joint one-handed? Really?
Let's see.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, let's see it. Can you do it right
triggered
now?
Joe.
Got a paper?
Rolling papers?
Yeah.
Probably. Anybody have any rolling papers?
Here he comes.
I got a $500
This
bill.
backwood ain't the same.
That's okay.
As soon as I learned that like other people will roll joints, I stopped learning.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Now, I actually think that's funny, but what's about to come out is the real, the rich, the elite Joe Rogan, the fancy man. Wait till you see this.
Because everybody's like, you know how to roll a joint?
When was
Like,
the last?
I mean, I can figure it out. It's not like driving a manual.
Have you done one before?
Ooh. Everyone's like, dude, you don't know how to roll a joint? I can figure it out. It's not as hard as driving a manual, which is something I know that you probably don't know. A manual? Do you see that? Little butthurt, huh?
When was
Like,
the last?
I mean, I can figure it out. It's not like driving a manual.
Have you done one before, like recently though, like where you could still make it, but it just looks so
No,
sad?
if you give people more money, they just do it for you.
Yeah,
You don't
yeah.
have to do that.
Ooh. It's not a good look on you, Joe. You know, people beneath you that you just pay to do all the common man's activities because you're too powerful now.
That's so stupid.
All right, what else do we have here?
122.35.
120.
There's a
Oh,
lot
it's
of
coming
like
right
Joe
here.
little ones, so I'll just keep telling you.
Okay, here we go.
You
You roll your own cigars, bro?
You talk about having low serotonin. What in the world makes you the happiest? What are your favorite
Murder.
times?
What? What the fuck? Why would you say that? They're like, so what makes you happiest in life? And Joe goes, murder. Why? What? Why would it be murder? You know, that's pretty out there for you to say.
I guess because
What in the
before, if we can look at the clues
Oh,
from
okay.
his joke, he referred to him as some sort of inmate.
Inmate. Okay.
I guess because he has a orange shirt, which I see as a red shirt.
Okay.
So then now he's going murder.
So the running theme
Even
is
though
he's an
nobody
inmate,
understood
patient
his
0,
first
patient 19. Okay.
reference.
World makes you the happiest. What are
Here
your
we
favorite
go.
Murder.
times?
Murder.
Probably murder of comedians that make shit talk jokes about them.
Ooh. Probably murder of comedians that make shit talk jokes. This is the guy who roasted William Montgomery, a brand new comic. Is the biggest opportunity of William's life so far. Giant crowd, giant turnout for this. And William like stuttered a millisecond. And Joe goes, why don't you try that again without stuttering?
Wow,
Look
this
how
is
you
all
made William.
karma
And
for
now you're stuttering, the professional man at the top, the highest paid comedian of all time, everybody. More than Larry David, Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock. I mean, nobody's made more money, right? Or maybe they have. I don't know. I guess it's not that much anymore. If Dave Portnoy has $100 million, anybody could have. I think Big Mike has about $200 million. So, highest comedian, certainly in a while. And you're going to sit there and belittle William, a brand new comedian, and then you're going to make the exact same mistake, and no one says boo to you. Okay.
Probably murder of comedians that make shit talk jokes about them.
Not smooth. Manual karma. I love that, yeah. It's really hard, Joe. You know, women used to drive stick, too. Everybody did. It was the only option. Very learnable. Very.
Got so high before this show. I've been trying to survive this whole time. I'm too high to be talking in public.
No, no. You haven't smoked anything since you've been on stage, so how high could you be? You know, so he's using this as an excuse now that he's bombing. He's high.
Different comedians have been coming up on stage. And Tony looks at me sideways.
Real talk, I'm just, my kids, man.
You love them.
Yeah.
Adorable. 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16.
Sir.
I love it. All right, man. Well, there you are. You're out there doing
You can probably go to the next one.
Joe is just staring these comedians down. which is ultra frightening. What's the next one?
Do you want the part where they talk about Comedy Central?
Yeah, I'd like to hear that real quick.
123.35.
123.35. Listen to what Joe says. He thinks KillTony is better than Comedy Central. And then Brian Redband makes a great joke. Listen to this.
4 kids, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16.
Wow.
Whatever. God, you're such a hater.
16,
Now it's
man.
starting to make sense. This guy almost ended up with fucking 4 14-year-olds. This guy was one woman
Watch
away
this.
from possibly just hitting the opposite of the lottery.
Joe laughs. And then,
He's on fire.
ooh, almost out of jealousy. He's on fire! In a really cringe way. But then Joe adds this.
500 goddamn episodes. It's about time I find my role.
Remember when Comedy Central turned this show down?
Yeah, I do.
And they all have a laugh as if, isn't Comedy Central stupid for not wanting this? No. Again, they were probably appalled. Have you seen the roast battle? Have you seen the roast? Have you seen anything that's been on Comedy Central? It is nowhere this horrible. All right, so they probably took a look at your tape and thought that this was some sort of joke or something they didn't understand, and they said, no, thank you. No, thank you. And Joe, can you stop sending us these crazy people? I think Joe smokes too much weed. They laughed at you. And now you're sitting there laughing as if, whoa, Comedy Central is probably, really upset that they lost this opportunity of 30K views on YouTube with crackling audio.
Remember when Comedy Central turned this show down?
Yeah, I do. Brilliant.
It's like one of the funniest shows that's ever existed.
Remember,
It's one of the funniest shows that's ever existed. Proof that Joe has not seen Redbar. Thank you. And Brian Redband, though, comes in with an actual joke. See, Tony and Redband are making jokes, man. Shouldn't Rogan be the funniest guy here?
yeah, I do.
What's this?
Brilliant.
It's like one of the funniest shows that's ever existed.
Remember Comedy Central?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I like when Redband gets one because he goes,
He's so cute
and he
about
really
it.
appreciates that everyone likes
It's
it.
nice to see.
He's very thankful when everybody laughs at his jokes.
Yeah.
Here, you want to see a close-up of that? I thought that was so funny. They're like, remember when Comedy Central didn't pick this up? And Brian goes, remember Comedy Central? And look how cute he is when he said it.
That suits him.
exactly.
Oh, wait.
Funniest shows that's ever existed.
Remember Comedy Central?
Yeah, exactly.
Look at his smile. Look at that. And he's going, it's no problem, guys. Thanks so much. It feels great. That really feels good. I'm not going to take too much, though. I won't take too much. Felt great. So I appreciate that. You could really see the goodness in him. And that's why I showcase him
He's
so much.
being eaten by roaches
Yes.
and all kinds of ever since I have a bunch of show notes that's like Red Band gets bees, Red Band has dead birds.
An
all
infestation.
over his
There's always
lawn.
he has dead birds in the house now.
Something like that.
There's always something by, what a great guy. He's good inside and out. And we're very sorry. So let's see what happens next. Did we keep playing from here?
Sorry. Keep playing
Okay,
it for one
let's
more
hear some
second.
more.
There's another reward.
Red Band nailing it.
Hilarious.
Ooh, yeah, Tony not happy, someone said. You're right. Tony goes, Red Band nailing it. Take it easy there, cowboy. Because I'm the cowboy. Tony, why would you be jealous that it's all working out well? That's so maniacal. Yeah, Brian Red Band with a really funny one. And it's probably because I put together this atmosphere for comics to be funny. What an asshole. You were right. Yeah, Tony didn't like that.
Red Band nailing
Hilarious.
It's
Welcome to Texas,
Yeah.
bitches.
Well, I wish he'd be hilarious more
Justin
often.
Sanford, ladies and gentlemen. Follow him on social media at IrishMade82. We did it. You got up. KillTony. Justin Sanford. Here we go. We're going to keep it rolling.
All right, is that it?
No, I think he says one more thing.
Oh, he says something to Red Band. Don't ever do that to me again.
This is fun. How exciting.
I don't get distracted. So they've hired this poor girl from this local strip club, Red Rose. And they got a girl coming in looking like she's fresh off Daytona Beach, if you catch my drift. Doesn't have a lot of money for swimwear, one of those girls. Her eyeliner is a little out of date. Her hair is a little cheap. They got this girl from the strip club that they think is like a 10 that's coming out, and she comes out in these like 2004 Girls Gone Wild boy shorts outfit, Wait till you see her stubby ass legs.
Wait, I think you actually can skip to the next one.
Oh, I can?
Yeah. Go to 127.
I just wanted to let everybody know you might be seeing this stripper come out. They hired her to clean the microphones.
Look, Redman's so happy once again.
Yeah, for episode 500. Here, I'll show you her.
Speaking of fun, whoa, Kaylee. Hey, how many of you traveled from another city to be here tonight? Damn. That is so cool.
So you're seeing her ass there. Now, don't get too excited. This girl is kind of Florida-y, we'll just say, okay? Go to Tampa, Florida, you might see someone like this.
We appreciate the hell out of you.
Delicious whistle pig.
Yeah. Don't forget, if you're into vodka, drink Fix Vodka. If you're into whiskey, drink Whistle Pig.
Okay. Jeez, enough with the demands. Drink Whistle Pig if you're into vodka. Okay, I can't choose. No! Man, you guys have a lot of asks of this audience.
So similar to Gorgalel.
Yes, Gorgalel, this character I made up on Snapchat with the alien filter. You'll see it one day. Let's see. What's our next code? Is what I meant.
12730.
12730.
I can't really remember what this one is, but I think he screams during it. Which
Tony
I love.
or Joe?
Joe.
So Joe's going to start to, this poor guy. This guy came up. He did nothing wrong. The only thing I could think of is that this guy was tall, but Joe and Tony hate him for some reason.
I didn't put any of that part in because it wasn't even
that's
pertaining to
okay.
it. But their whole segment with him was this guy just being like, yeah, I do yoga. And then they were like, you faggot, get off the stage. And it's just because he's like a tall,
they hate him because he's tall. But he's not a bad guy. I looked into him.
They were acting like they were like, okay, this is a guy that everyone universally hates. So if we kick him off the stage, it'll be really funny for everybody.
A lot of people are distracted. They're asking about Gorgalel. No.
No.
Stop.
We're not ready to show you.
Oh yeah, they don't know Gorgalel. LOL, Gorgalel? Yes, Gorgalel. I guess it does sound pretty crazy if you just heard that.
You know that Snapchat filter where it puts your eyes up and makes you look like a little Gorgalel? I don't know how to describe it other than that.
It's got a voice tuner. I only play with Snapchat filters if it pitches my voice up or down.
Well, Mike
that
really
to me is hilarious.
He thrives in that filter.
I thrive in that filter. I become this guy, Gorgalel. And he's like, he's really...
he's so bitchy.
He's so bitchy, he doesn't
lovable.
he's like Tony Hinchcliffe, kind of.
Yeah.
He doesn't give you any room, and he accepts no room for mistake. It's a character I do for Jules on Snapchat.
I get a lot of content.
Yeah. So Tony Hinchcliffe is acting like fucking straight up Gorgalel right now.
Trust us.
And what a bitch.
Whatever the Black Swan is, you thought that was going to resonate with a bunch of podcast fans?
No, I just actually went there and legit, while I was doing yoga, it was like people shooting up and you had a whole like tent. I was like, this is fucking interesting.
I know that spot is.
Watch
it is right next to a homeless camp, right?
Yeah.
What else do you have that's funny? Because that's like people, their life fell apart. They're right next to you.
He's giving him a hard time for making jokes about the homeless, which makes no sense because Joe hates the homeless.
Joe fucking despises the homeless. I mean, Joe literally wants to go on a low-riding helicopter and shoot arrows at homeless people. He tried to get that, deal made in L.A. They said no, so he moved.
And you're like, how inconvenient.
Yeah.
Right. I'm out here trying to connect with the guy in mind, and you fucking losers only have one pair of underwear. That's where you're at, right?
No, it's just like
I know, but it's like, it's jokes, right? You're telling jokes. Yeah. But you decided that that's going to be what you talk about. The saddest people on earth. The people that lost everything. You go, come on, I'm fucking with them.
What? So the crowd was not following, and the whole band was like, And Joe's like, come on, I'm fucking with him. What kind of fucking with him is that? I mean, you got to see this guy's face. The guy's like, oh, I ran into this homeless guy, and Joe immediately cut him up. The homeless? What are you involving them for? You some kind of asshole. Wait till you see this guy's face while Joe's saying this to him. He doesn't know what to do.
What you talk about? The saddest people on earth. The people that lost everything. You go, come on, I'm fucking with them. If he's not.
Wow, putting people really through an emotional, obstacle course here tonight. And then again, it's like you weren't fucking with him.
Lost everything. You go, come on, I'm fucking with him. If he's not gonna drown, he's gonna swim.
Uh-oh.
We have to decide now.
Ooh. Look at this guy, Lil Wayne back here, or Lil Jon. Sorry. What? Speaking of your friend Dave Chappelle, is that Dave Chappelle dressed as Dave Chappelle, everybody! Dressed as Lil Jon from the hit Dave Chappelle show. All right, let's see how he gets out of this one.
We have to decide now.
So how are people voting in May?
All right, Nick. So let's talk about it. You were on the show a couple weeks ago.
Taking another drink. What's he drinking now? It's like a peach-colored drink. What do you think that is? Like a passion fruit. It's weird. It's got like a gradient peach pattern.
It's very expensive.
It's very expensive. Alizé hers. The peach one. All right, what's our next code?
You can go to 13800.
13800. I want to remind everybody, if you're tuning in, we've been broadcasting now for 8 hours and 20 minutes. They've only been at it for 1 hour and 28 minutes. I've had plenty more to drink. So I want you to all appreciate that. If you see me stumble or any sort of slip up, this is 8 hours and 20 minutes in to our broadcast here. All right? All right, let's see what happens. What's the time? 128:30?
13800.
13800. Completely wrong there. 13800. And do we need to know anything about this?
I think it involves Joe screaming again.
Okay. Another one of Joe's outlandish, out-of-nowhere screams that shakes the band.
P.E. word.
It doesn't matter for this fucking story, Jack.
So, good friend there. I've never told anybody this. We made friends.
Let's do it online.
He really loved this girl.
Oh,
She
yeah,
was
this
my
one I
ex.
want as a
And I said,
soundbite.
fuck.
This we want as a soundbite. I think so, yeah.
I
And we
forgot.
always
That's
say
why I
that.
wrote this down.
We got to get on that and really get all these new sound bites that we always say we want. So here, Joe's about to scream something that we think we could isolate and use on the soundboard. Let's hear it.
She's a cunt bag. She's terrible. She'll fuck you up. He started dating her. Years later, I looked up and I was like, man, I just want to date her again. And so I stole my friend's girlfriend.
How'd you do it?
I just went up and was like, hey, this guy's a loser. You should date me. But he fucking is dead now.
Whoa.
We should definitely edit this podcast.
He's dead.
Everyone here, listen to me.
This is so weird. He gets on this kick where he thinks the podcast needs to be edited because he didn't like what this comedian said, but he starts going on this weird rampage. And again, this is his body language right before this explosion. You know, what kind of way is this to be acting? Every time I zoom in, it's weird. I got to scroll down to get his head in the proper headroom. Otherwise, you get a shot like this. I mean, really, look how small he looks next to Tony. And again, Tony is super small. So there you go. Here he is. This is his big explosion.
Whoa.
We should definitely edit this podcast.
He's dead.
Everyone here, listen to me.
He wanted to know the most fucked up thing he asked.
You were here. You're lucky. You're lucky you're a part of this thing that no one's ever going to see.
Just be happy your
Can we
girlfriend's
be
don't like
cool? Shut the fuck up.
That's it.
We want Joe screaming, shut the fuck up like that. Hold on. So he starts getting into this thing, and then he starts screaming at everybody till the whole crowd gets silent. Let me zoom in now that I know, and I don't know what he's on about. Here, watch.
Here, you're lucky. You're lucky you're a part of this thing that no one's ever going to see.
Just be happy your
Can we
girlfriend's
be
don't like me.
cool? Shut the fuck up. Can we be cool?
Hey, give me
This
$1
guy
million.
did some
I'll shut the
terrible
fuck
shit,
up.
but he doesn't feel good about it. Can we let it go?
Give it to me, Tony.
Wouldn't it be the first time there was a murderer on this show?
That is true. There's been a murder on this show before. The
Where's
guy
that-
that pushed the girl.
Where's
Drew
our
Carey's
Purse House
ex-girlfriend.
fans at?
Wait, what?
There you go. Yeah, all at once. The guy that killed Drew Carey's ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. This is a story. You know, it's so funny, Joe. It doesn't matter if his friend like escaped death 3 weeks ago by being like chased by a bear. Joe will forget any detail of your life because he doesn't care about you. Remember when that guy from KillTony was arrested for murder and they showed KillTony on the news? Even I remember this.
Yeah, of course.
They both told Rogan this. It was like a big part of their lives.
Or on the Ali Makovsky
Yeah.
episode, he didn't remember that she used to be on the radio doing prank calls.
He never remembers anything. And at a certain point, it comes off as, oh, you're not listening because you don't care. It's like what I do to Jules.
Oh, that's not true.
Yeah. All right, what's the next time code here, or do we keep playing?
Shut the fuck up.
Shut the fuck. We need that clipped. How great will that be to have Shut the Fuck Up by Joe Rogan in that manner? All right.
139.35.
Okay, we're close to that. I'll keep it playing.
He got pulled out of the bucket.
And my jokes need references.
I was interviewed by all the like NBC, Fox. and
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah, every news outlet, including like Dateline, used clips of KillTony. It's very exciting.
that's
it's
right.
The best press we ever got.
Did they give you the at KillTony?
No, they didn't even do that.
If you were on NBC, they would, right? It's rude.
I guess so. I don't know.
No, it's rude.
Yeah.
What you did
Tony gave me a
tonight-
look like I'm not supposed to tell jokes here.
Jesus.
You look
Chad.
like you're not supposed to tell jokes? Shh. So you,
The guy goes, Tony, I feel like I'm not supposed to tell any jokes here. This guy's an asshole, too. Big hot dog. And then Rogan goes, you look like you're not supposed to tell jokes? Completely mishearing him, which is a big no-no in my book.
Jesus.
you look
Chad.
like you're not supposed to tell jokes? Shh. What you did tonight?
Huh?
It's cool. Hey guys, good night. This was such a great set. Thank you so much.
Wait
Jack
a second.
Shootsy.
Wait a second.
Don't
wait a
leave.
second. Jack, what the fuck
Don't
is
pull
wrong with you?
shoot.
I don't know, man.
Hang in
I
there.
liked you. I don't know if you saw. I kicked a fucking pussy
Is that it for that part, or do we?
No, keep playing.
Oh, keep playing. Okay.
ass yoga guy out of here a minute ago. And then here we are. We're just having a talk. Or why are you panicking over
I'm
there?
cool. It's, third time, man. This is
Listen,
stage,
man, you
it's not
can't
a lot of
control
stage,
the narrative.
stage.
Jesus
That's true.
Christ.
That's true.
You think you get
That's
to
what I tell
decide
myself.
when you fucking leave?
You can't control the narrative, man.
Whoa.
That's right. You
Whoa.
don't decide.
He's acting
when
manic.
You get
Why
to
do you think
fucking
I'm
leave.
back from
Fuck
LA?
you, I won't do what you tell me.
That was it. That was it. That was it.
Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. Unwarranted old school rap lyric. Let's see him do that again.
Why is that so funny when he does that?
I don't
mean,
know.
you do that like every
Yes.
second, and I
Well, 'cause
always
it's
laugh,
so
but when
out of
he
character.
does
I
it,
mean-
it, like blows
Well,
my
because
mind.
Joe is supposed to have a handle on himself, right? So when he's slipping like this, it's really fun to watch.
When you get
Why
to
do you think
fucking
I'm
leave.
back from
Fuck
LA?
you, I won't do what you tell me.
How many of you think we should make?
And you can see every time he does it, it silences the room for a moment, puts the brakes on the whole place.
Every time he's ever done something like that in history, and he got
Yes.
a little song.
Fuck you, I won't do what you told me.
And he even tried to like really oversell it,
Yeah.
almost like if he didn't let it trail off.
But he doesn't own it. He looks so uncomfortable. You know, it always just comes off as a screeching bomb. All right, were there any more from this
you
part?
can go to 141.00.
Wow, 141.00. Okay, we're almost there. All right, here we go.
It's done. Go back to your seat.
Thank you.
Jack shoots. I'll stand against the wall if you let me perform for 5 more minutes.
Joe, so you think we should have edited right after like that first half
For
of his
sure,
joke,
100%.
and then he just leaves.
Watch this.
after that?
Start
Well,
screaming.
Good idea.
we have to save ourselves.
Yeah.
It would be funny.
Aww. This show is
Get that
just
stinker
It
out
would
of
be
here.
Stronger
funny
than
if
ever.
we had a moment in this podcast where it just cut to black and then went back in a really obvious edit.
Yeah, that would
And
be
only we know.
Look at this.
we did that a couple
It's
times.
not that it's bad.
Yeah.
Watch
Listen,
this.
it's not that it's bad, but it would be funny.
Philip.
What if we can make an agreement where no one in this room would tell, and we would just chop that part out?
Watch this.
All that crazy shit.
Trust
And it
me.
might get us kicked off YouTube. Let's just shut the fuck up.
Let's just
Can we just shut the fuck up?
Whoa.
Can you shut the fuck up?
What?
I can shut the fuck up. Are you my friends?
Oh.
Are you my brothers and sisters?
Philip Garcia.
Can we help that guy and shut the fuck up?
What?
I see phones. I see you lying.
Oh.
I see a lot of your phones out.
Ooh.
Put your fucking phones away. Ladies and gentlemen, your
Terrible
next comedian
people.
goes by the name of Philip Garcia.
What the fuck was that about? We watched this 4 times. Holy Christ, man. I see your phone's out. He hates phones, man. I think maybe he's yelling, can we edit this out? Because he's bombing so much. He hates phones because he probably bombs like crazy on stage. He doesn't want anyone seeing this. It would ruin him. All right, what's our next code? That was crazy.
I know, I'm still recovering. You can go to, let's see. This one I wrote down, zoom in on Joe's reaction face. So I'm not sure what it's going to be, but you can go to 142.50. I think you asked me to write this part down.
Okay, 142.50, and we'll see his reaction face. Okay, let's find out.
Let's get a little clap going, everybody, just like. Hey, everybody, and I'm here to say that my name's Philip, and I'm not gay, but my dad is. Yeah, my dad's gay. He's fucking my friend from high school.
Yeah, Joe doesn't understand. Oh, there it was. He's really overdoing it here. Like, what is... he's making a joke. Here, let's watch now. Oh, fuck, look at this retard. Watch this. Dong, dong, ding, dong. You shouldn't be that stupid looking at this age.
Yeah, my dad's gay. He's fucking my friend from high school. My weed dealer from high school. Right? My wife's a Pornhub title at this point.
You don't get it. All right, that's Joe. I just thought his face was funny. Stupid idiot, Joe. All right, what do we got next year?
You can go to 21030.
21030. You know what? We might as well start. Oh, no, never mind. 21030. Great. Sure. 21030. 21030. I remember 1030 very well. I used to watch Jay Leonard at that time. 21030. And we're almost there. And very close. Here we are. Oh, no. Guys, I'm really sorry about this, but it is, in fact, retarded, disabled, unable to talk, comedian Michael Lerner. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. It's Michael Lerner. I fucking hate Michael Lerner. He talks like this, done. And that's literally all he does is a retard. And they die laughing. I've gone over this time and time again. Oh, if I ever see Michael Lerner, I'm going to pull his wheelchair lever down in the highest speed gear that it goes, wrap him in duct tape, and send him towards a swamp filled with gators because I cannot stand this disabled psycho. And there's nothing coming out of his mouth that is of any value. You know, we're going to do something funny here, too. We're going to speed up the tape. They said to do this on the KillTony Reddit. Yeah. Somebody said to speed up the tape. Yeah. If you listen to Michael Lerner and speed up the tape, it's really funny. So we're going to try that today. But let's find this part first. And boy, was Michael Lerner tough. They always let him run for 20 minutes.
You can go to 20600 if you want to hear Michael Lerner's set at 2 times speed.
Okay, 20600. And I want to play you what it sounds like normally. And this is what they do. And when they were in L.A., they had this guy every night go up for 20 minutes at the end of the show doing this.
Fuck microdose. It's time for your Michael dose. Yeah!
And everyone thinks this is incredible because he's so retarded. But it's like, how long are you going to let this go? It would be funny if for 30 seconds we watched a retard do something semi-capable.
But also, he's not a retard.
No.
He just has ALS, so that means his brain works fine, but his voice and body is just deteriorating.
So that's even worse for what the people are doing, because they're cheerleading this on only because he has this disability that makes him talk slow. Yes. But if he were normal and didn't have this disability, he'd be booed off stage. Listen to this.
The people of Austin are animals. He broke me.
I mean, it's excruciating, and the faces he makes aren't very fun either.
But there's a way around it now.
There is a way around it. I want them to hear a little bit more.
In 8 weeks, she broke me like a horse. And all my stupid...
So that is about the speed he always normally talks. And we're going to try turning this to 2x now.
Yes.
Let's see. Settings. I've never even gone in here. Playback speed. Let's hear him at 2x. See if it's any better.
Pour down. And committing daily felonies. Bragging about it to capacity crowds. Thank God you defunded your police. I can't go to jail. In the shower, I'll get butt fucked and electrocuted. You know, Texans are not human beings. How the fuck did the South lose the war? Did you run?
That is way better. If you can even believe that's at 2x, you know, just to show you the difference, let's put him back to normal speed and play exactly what you just heard.
The cocaine. That's why you defunded the...
So it's almost like his real time is slow motion, is what's happening here.
That's pretty cool.
You're all criminals.
And I don't know how Joe Rogan can stand this. It's like, really, everybody, really, I might as well smash a bottle over my head now and get to retarded, because the respect I'd be given. So this goes on for quite some time, but let's go to the part that we wrote down here.
2:10:30.
2:10:30. And again, I am not afraid to say it. I hate Michael Lehrer for who he is. And it's a shame, because I would have hated you regardless of the disability. The words coming out of your mouth are why I hate you.
Cocaine. What happened?
And that's another part of this wild story, is everything he's saying is true. He went down like he was on a real bender for a few weeks. He was hanging around some wild people, and Austin is fucking, I guess everybody, no one warned me that everybody's on uppers here, but
we need to kill a mediocre homeless person and transfer their energy into your body.
Yes.
Wait, out of nowhere, Joe says, did you hear that? We need to kill a mediocre homeless person and transfer his soul into your body. Is that what he said?
Yep.
This is what he said to Michael Lerner out of nowhere. Here, let's hear that again.
No one warned me that everybody's on uppers here, but
we need to kill a mediocre homeless person and transfer their energy into your body.
Yes.
Rise.
And then you'll rise. I think what he meant is we need to put your soul into the body, the able body of a homeless person, right?
Yes.
But he said we need to put a homeless person's soul in your body. That way you'll be disabled and stupid and homeless.
Why would you want to make matters worse for me?
Let's transfer the soul of a homeless person into your disabled body. That should clear things up right away. I mean, really, this is what's coming out of the most highest paid comedian's mouth.
That everybody's on uppers here, but
we need to kill a mediocre homeless person and transfer their energy into your body.
Yes.
Rise from the ashes like a phoenix.
But you came back from that. You're back from the coronavirus.
He just goes,
yeah.
So you think he's in the ashes, Joe? That's nice.
Yeah. You're going to rise from the ashes? To Joe, sitting in a seat is ashes. Great. Well, I actually agree. You're worse than Ash to me. I'd rather hang around with a bunch of ash than him. These ash ain't annoying the fuck out of me. All right, what's our next code?
Okay, you can go to 2:18:10.
2:18:10. I love it. All right, let's see what happens. There's that big butt, man. And just like the Jake Paul fight, dude, I got to have these stinkaroos in my face all fucking night, farting up the whole fucking scene. Hey, what if I just wanted to watch an event without huge, disgusting ass cheeks? You see the Jake Paul fight? All the ass cheeks. I always watch these, and I didn't want to say it in the chat because on paper it sounded awfully crude. But I was going to say, like, every time you watch these performances and all the backup dancers or a rap video, and you've got all these women in thongs, right, dancing, and they're usually like these fat black chicks. Every time I see that, I go, imagine how life great would be if these were all hot white chicks. Imagine how much we would have loved the opening performances in that Jake Paul fight if those were just all hot Instagram models that were, or a rap video.
Who would you pick out?
That's, you know.
You also hate all the Instagram models.
I know. I don't think I should be grilled about that. But, you know, I just think, what a wasted opportunity. You know? But I guess
maybe
Tyga likes it. If Tyga likes it, it's good enough for all of us,
maybe
right?
Maybe in the you versus Big Mike fight, you guys can fly people in from Costa Rica.
Yeah, well, that would be nice. I mean, imagine if every time you turn on a rap video, it was the best fucking chicks you've ever seen in your life. I mean, I think about how great rap would be. Okay, let's hear some more. I think a lot of people are with me there. Mike literally said that in the chat, though. I did not say the white person part. I said, imagine how great this would be if the chicks were hot.
Save the spiciest content for the show.
You know, if it's to my liking, I prefer. All right, here you go.
Here we go. Oh, shit, here he is. Come on, one more time for Ski Mask Pete. It's your final comedian of the night, everyone.
We don't need to. I don't think this is that much. This is too hard to explain.
Okay, go to 2:34:45. This is the last one.
2:34:45.
But there's a whole thing where they bring out Joelberg, and it's obviously him revealing himself, but Joe doesn't know who he is, so he steps on it.
Steps
the whole
on
time.
the bit. Yeah, a lot to go over there, but it's not much of a payoff. Okay, let's see this one. And any explanation needed?
This is just his final words and his plan for Austin.
Oh, okay. His final thoughts for the night.
Born and bred through the fucking tough work of writing a new minute every week in front of the public. An incredible, crazy system. And guys, how about a hand? What cooler guest to have in Austin, Texas than Joe Rogan, everybody? Woo, come on.
All bullshit aside, this is a wild show. This is one of my favorite shows that I've ever done, ever, in any format, in any medium. This tonight was one of my favorite shows ever. And one of the reasons why is because I tricked Tony Hinchcliffe into moving into Austin, Texas.
You did.
And I tricked Red Band.
He tricked us. He said, move here. Get away from all the homeless people in traffic.
This is the part I have a problem with. I feel very sick, by the way.
But it's going to work out.
Listen,
we got a plan.
It's going to work out. We got a plan. It's not working out now, is that? But it's going to work out. Saying? I tricked them into moving here, but it's going to work out. I have a plan. That's what you say when everyone's going, what's going on, Joe? It's going to work out. I have a plan.
But it's going to work out. We got a plan. And one of the reasons why we even wanted to do it here is because this place has a very unique and awesome energy. It really is.
Really?
It's amazing. The key is we just got to not fuck it up while it expands. I think we can do that.
You're expanding the city? Do the other citizens know this? Do they want this? Yeah, my city was taken over by comedy billionaires last month, and there's just nowhere to go except these goofy shows. Yeah, you can't even go out to get a slice of pizza anymore without hearing the likes of David Lucas. You know, does this city want this? Have you discussed this with the mayor, you and Elon Musk? Maybe they don't want every fucking restaurant turned into a half-ass comedy club.
Yep. Thank you to the Paramount Theater for having us. This is chaos. I'm sure they're used to incredible symphonies and musical acts that don't come in with dildos and broken bottles and lap dances.
Thanks to all the comics that waited that didn't get up.
Yep. Absolutely. And how about one more hand for the band, everybody? Michael Gonzalez, D Madness, John Bees.
There they are, the KillTony group. Just like the Oppenheimer group. They're creepy. And, boy, I love that. I love watching Joe bomb. How about you guys? A round of applause for Joe.
He looks like he's inmate 1 from the unexpected
COVID-19 release. Yes, of course. Now, imagine if Joe, what Joe doesn't like is people mocking him for his bombings either. So please get this tape to him. Hey, thanks everybody for listening to the wonderful, incredible Red Bar. What an amazing night we had tonight.